This is Team Victoria presenting for the final project. We are a team of 4 people: Suraj, Patrick, Maha, and Nilesh. We have used Google SketchUp to render our 3D model. It is basically a surface modeler, which means models generated in SketchUp are hollow. As we can see, when a surface modeled object is sliced in two halves, it is empty inside, whereas a solid model is not. This means using SketchUp, we can first start with exterior and then go inside the model to build the interior. We can start building our model absolutely from nothing with the various tools provided in SketchUp. We can import an aerial photograph of any place on Google Maps or into SketchUp and start modeling right on top of it. Similar to Google Earth, but differently, here we can import a picture of our own preference. The work carried out on one computer can be saved into an escape file. This file contains all the information needed to render the model on a different system. Tools used to build our model. Offset tool. Offset tool can be used to draw edges at a constant distance from the already existing edges in our model. This tool can be used to precisely define the widths of objects such as door, window. Move tool can be used to move a whole object or face or an edge. Push-pull tool can be used to select a surface and push or pull it to the desired extent, forming a 3D space object. Measuring tool is generally used to draw guidelines. Those guidelines can be used as a reference while sizing, positioning, or model. Eraser tool is used to erase edges or guidelines. Camera tool provides the control over the view of our model. Three basic tools available under camera are orbit tool, which helps to change the viewing angle of the model in the 3D space, orbiting around a single fixed point. Zoom is basically to zoom in or out of the model. Panning through the model on a 2D space is possible with the pan tool. Building our model. As a group, we decided to implement a custom home. We felt that this would give us plenty of opportunity to show different techniques and capabilities of the 3D modeling program. To start with, we laid out an outline of the ground floor foundation. Lines were placed in varying orientations including parallel, perpendicular, diagonal, and curve using the line tool, the rectangle tool, and the circle tool. Once the general layout was in place, the eraser tool was used to clean up unwanted lines. The thickness of the exterior walls was defined using the offset tool. After selecting the tool, you click on the line you want to reference the offset from, enter a value for the distance in the field provided, in this case is 6 inches. The result is a line that has the same contour as the original. Then various rooms were defined with the line tool, measuring tape tool, and the eraser tool. The measuring tape tool was used to mark the distance of the line segment that would become a wall. The line tool was then used to implement the line. Any error was removed using the eraser tool. Next, we clicked onto the area to be extruded and then pulled it in the desired direction. The distance can be precisely determined by inputting a value in the measurement field. The results formed the walls of our house. The round glass room was one of the more challenging features of our model. It involved several cycles of construction and demolition to achieve the desired effect. However, this activity allowed a greater level of familiarization with 3D modeling program. An enclosed region is selected to apply the translucent texture selected from the material box. Here we can see the effects of implementing the translucent texture to simulate a glass. The sliding glass doors are another interesting feature of the model. Here we can see the panels of glass placed in front of one another. It can be seen here that as more panels are stacked, the view through them becomes more opaque. Here we can see the level of detail implemented in the model with a close-up view of the inset windows. This method gives them a more realistic look by providing an interior and exterior window sill. Making the pool. We wanted to do more than just place a rectangle on the ground and apply a water texture to it. We wanted to give the pool depth and dimension. We started by designing one side wall of the pool like so. Then we extended the lines and rectangles from it and implemented a matching opposite wall. Here you can see the pool starting to take shape. We then enclosed the pool. Once the shape of the pool was defined, a water texture was applied to one surface. As the model is rotated, the viewer can see the depth of the pool. After the house and the pool were implemented, patios and driveways were added. Modeling and rendering. The second phase of creating this modern house is adding extra details by modeling the inside components and rendering these components with different materials and textures until we end up with the final design. To do so, we have used two of SketchUp's tool, which is Material tool and 3D Warehouse tool. Materials tool has a different type of materials, for instance metal, stone, tile, wood, roofing, etc. Each of this type has a huge range of choices that allow the user to amend his own design on his preference. By using this tool, you can customize any object and change its color and texture. We have repeatedly used the materials tool in each section of the house. For example, as we can see in these pictures, we have changed the floor style to wooden flooring for the kitchen and to brick flooring for the balcony and the outdoor area. Also, we have changed the wall color from the white color, which is the default color in SketchUp, to grey. Building the swimming pool from scratch was a good idea, and we were able to customize the shape to meet our demand, but it was too time consuming, and in this project we were limited in time. So we used 3D Warehouse tool as an alternative solution to speed up the productivity. 3D Warehouse tool is built-in package that allow the user to download ready-made templates such as furniture, appliances, trees, and even more. To use 3D Warehouse, follow these easy steps. Go to Window, then click on 3D Warehouse. Then you can choose from the available designs that appear in homepage. Or you can write in the text box what you are specifically looking for, such as an armchair, flower rug, and so on. After downloading the object, we needed to change the orientation and the size of the object to fit in the desired place. We have changed the orientation of the object by using rotating tool as shown here. Also, we have changed the size of the object by using scaling tool. This is how the house looks after finishing the interior and exterior designing stage. Camera options. As you can see on the left hand side of the screen, there's a video playing of our model. Now that video has been created using something called as scenes. We will see how the camera is used to create these scenes and video. As we have seen earlier that camera tools are divided into three types: orbit, zoom and pan. Orbit helps us in viewing our model around the X, Y and Z axis. Pan tool is used to move through your object on X and Y axis. To create this video which is being played here, we have made use of something called scenes. A scene is a frame taken from a particular point. To create a scene, you can use different camera types like mentioned, that is position camera, look around and walk. With the help of position tool, you can set a viewpoint from where the frame should be taken. SketchUp places the camera's point of view at 5 foot and 6 inches directly above the point you click by default. Like any other tool, you can change the measurement for this distance from measurement box. Then, once the position has been set, you can use the look around tool to create different frames from the save viewpoint. Finally, walk tool can be used to walk through your model. Farther you take the mouse pointer from the crosshair, faster you walk. When all these frames scenes are combined together, they create a video. You can change the settings like transition speeds between a frame or a stay time for a frame. In here, we have kept 4-second transition and 4-second stay time. That's it from the team Victoria. Thank you everyone.